Okay, I'm going to turn on the screen behind me. So just to reiterate, we're wrapping up the outdoor and the banner ads today. All of you should be working this weekend on researching interesting and creative brochures and knock out all the quizzes. So you got those under your belt, because when we come to class on Tuesday, we're going to hit the ground running with designing brochures, learning about paper, learning about dye lines, learning about spot colors, learning about resolution for print, learning about setting files up for resolution for print and for output for print. Sorry, I said that wrong. You're going to have to step on it really fast to create folding prototypes for your brochures, which we'll go over. So make sure you've really cleared your plate for all of that. I was wrong. There are more quizzes, which will continue past quiz number 8 to quiz number 9 and a final exam. So if you could all now put your computers to sleep. We got the screen almost up, thinking about being up.
No, just set it right here.
There we go. Now we got it up. And Lori wants to go first. She's so ready. So all of you, could you put your laptop lids closed, your computers to sleep, your attention up here, and mostly today is Admiration Day, talking about the techniques or the things you thought of as you took your magazine print ad and morphed it into these two different approaches of large and small. Okay? Things that you ran into. Mostly talk about your process, and come on up. I'm ready. We're all ready.
Ready, steady.
Ready, steady.
Okay. I haven't shown my brief, and I didn't do the magazine ad, so I just uploaded the whole thing. But
Okay, great. Then give us some background for you. And like I said, close your laptop lids, please. Sit here. Oh, where'd it go?
so I chose a small Swedish company that makes longboards, and they kind of specialize in doing longboards with different types of wood, and that's their niche basically. So I kind of took that and made a concept out of that, and basically wanted to show how it is, like the experience of riding on like real wood and different types of wood. And
So did you, as part of your design brief, did you do magazine ads as well?
I didn't,
Didn't. Okay.
but I can add it if it's necessary,
Okay.
since I have all
You have all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you submit a design brief?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you did. Okay. Never mind. We're good.
And so basically my illustration was this basically one of their longboards, and it's like a tree growing out of it, and there's someone riding it, and that was my whole concept, and that's what I went with. So this is some of my process, and here are my final results of the banner ads. And here are the mock-up.
Keep it slow. Go back to the in context ones.
It's kind of hard to see. But
Well, but we should be able to actually.
should I zoom in or?
No, right? You guys can see as good as it's going to be able to see on a phone or a iPad or slide banner.
I think it was kind of hard to like get everything to fit just because I feel like since we needed the product in the banner ads, that was like my biggest struggle, I think,
Yeah.
to just make everything fit
Yes.
because we needed the logo, the tagline, and a call to action, plus the product, and I mean the illustration was the whole thing, so I couldn't really leave that out either.
Well, you did on the top
Top
left.
yeah, it's like still there, you can see it, but I mean,
And what's sitting behind the banner ad that's on the top right? What's, yeah. Oh, so I see. So it's a tree that's just ghosted back is what
yeah,
creates the background.
just to create some type of background.
And I have a technical question regarding the logo. Do they use the logo and is it always white?
No, I had, because they didn't have any big resolution, so I had to like do it all myself.
Recreate it?
Yeah, recreate it. And that's why
No, so is it always filled with white though?
it's not always filled with white.
Okay. Which is, it probably works pretty successfully actually with a busy background, but I'd be curious what it would be like if the background showed through it and if that's part of the brand standards. Right?
Yeah.
So any comments for Lori? You guys haven't seen any of this. Any comments regarding her concept, A Ride with Nature, her tagline, her graphics? Anything?
I like the idea of a tree growing out of the board. The only thing that I would think about that would just be weird about that is there's like, and this is kind of skateboard nitpicky, but there's no like thing, so it looks like it's just coming out of the grip tape, whereas that's not like what the wood would be like.
Oh yeah.
If that makes like, but since it's so dark, it'd be kind of hard to tell if there was like a circle. But anyway, but I really like one of your previous ones where since they're you were saying they're big things that they have specialty wood that they're made out of.
Yeah.
One, I think it was maybe 1 or 2 pages up where you can just see the one on the top left where you can see the really intricate grain on the wood.
Yeah.
Something that really goes along with their branding.
Yeah, I had a hard time just because I didn't get any feedback. Like, so I was just sitting there and I was asking my boyfriend, and he's like, I don't know, he looks good. And so it was hard because I like live on like
the feedback.
yeah,
Right.
because and I had no idea. I was like, does this look super amateurish?
Yeah.
The illustration.
Well, that's good. That's good feedback right there. I mean, use this feedback now. The benefit of the feedback now is that it applies to your brochure, right? So more thoughts for Lori because, John.
Yeah, one thing like one of the things we were talking about with mine when I was coming up with my concepts was doing it with a different background for like different national state parks for my hiking boots. But with yours, because they specialize in unique wood types, you could do like a whole series of this if you were to do it like with different trees popping out of the wood for different.
That
wood
was
grades.
my initial idea, and I was I don't have my original thumbnails in here, but I had like one where the tree was just like laying down instead. So the actual like
The tree. You're riding the tree.
you're riding the tree, yeah.
Right.
And then I had one where the tree was like wrapped around it and was like going down a hill like in a curve. So that was my initial thought, and if I did the magazine ad, I would have done a bunch of different ones. But
Yeah, and it might be busy to include something like that for a single magazine ad or a single billboard, but in the brochure, since the brochure is kind of the catalog and the profile of the company, you could do that maybe in the brochure if you.
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
want.
so the original idea was that I was going to use the actual like how the tree looks of that wood that the board was made out of, but it was just a matter of time and I guess time.
More thoughts for Lori?
I feel like since it's like a ride with nature, it seems like the white is like makes it feel like really like sterile, you know? Like it should. I don't know if that's the right word.
It's too ghosty for
But
you?
it just feels like it's like this like super clean, like like white, super bright white. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not like when I think nature or like tree. You know what I mean? It would be like a little more organic, like
I had
colors or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't
actually
know.
had like a beige background instead of the white, and then just because the logo was white, I just thought that it would like it kind of balanced it out to have a white background, so I just deleted it.
I mean, I think it looks good. I just that was like
That's good feedback.
it's like
Oh,
super
it's good feedback.
the white. Is,
Even if it was a branch coming off of the side edge or something like that, right?
I could see it as like a super opaque olive green in the back.
Yeah, I tried a bunch of stuff, and I don't know, it just looked very weird. Yeah, but that's definitely a good idea, though. I think.
So the tree in the upper
might
left
connect.
has green between the leaves. Did you vectorize that tree or something?
I actually got free vectors, so
Oh, you found a free vector.
yeah,
tree.
free vector.
So you have some really good feedback today. That'll help you with your brochure. What nationality is this company?
It's Swedish.
Swedish.
Yeah.
And Swedish design is usually pretty clean.
Yeah.
Pretty clean, right?
It is.
So maybe take the best of that of creating something organic like leaves coming in or wrapping you up. I really have a hard time with a guy standing on the leaves, to be honest with you. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be funny and cute and all that kind of stuff, but part of me wants him to lean against the tree and ride the board. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So his feet are literally on the board leaning against the tree, which would buy you more real estate because you have a super long tall thing. And so up above a ride with nature, you have no rider, for example.
Yeah.
Same thing with a narrow, what's that, 90 pixel tall, a ride with nature. That would let you have feet show up on the tree,
That's
you know,
a good idea,
against the
yeah.
tree. So maybe have them lean on the tree or, and maybe have the roots, meld into the foundation of the board, which I think might be where Sam was headed with it, feel the connection more.
Because it just there's not like there's nothing interweaving the tree to the board. It's just like pasted on top of it.
It was just weird because you know how they have the black
Grip tape.
on top, and that's why when I made an illustration out of it, or I just image traced the actual board, so it just came out all black, and I was like, okay, how can I work with this? I mean, I could have done it, but like I said, time consuming probably.
And then the other thing is I like the idea of riding a tree. That's clever. That's funny. What do you have the outdoor ads too?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed something as I was looking at that last page. Your board on the very top one is a much higher saturation than the other three. I mean, it looks better, I think, in the top one, just
Okay.
because your background is so white that to have the board lighter like that, it kind of blends in more to the background. whereas
Yeah,
on the top it
I
looks-
pulled down the opacity for the text to pop up because it was a little too hard to read the text, and that's why I made that choice.
Right.
But
And-
I think you're right because that's the actual board. That's the way
Yeah.
that it looks.
Also think about getting rid of the white inside the logo if you see it done like that on other locations. Because right now, like on the narrow horizontal wide one with the white logo, it feels like you pasted it there, and it's not. Like I can definitely see the bottom of the board having the logo and the name, imprinted on it somehow. So to have the white on it feels like a disconnect. Maybe.
Okay.
Even if you just kick the opacity all the way down to it might look better.
I don't know. I think if on the logo thing, it seems like if you took the white out, you wouldn't. You'd lose it on the with the brown background of the board.
You would. I agree with
yeah.
you.
It's I kind of like the way it looks on when the skateboard's the background.
You like it white.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just,
this one, the super thin one.
yeah, or just like where it has the brown board behind it contrasting. I'm just thinking if it was just black, and if the white was just transparent, it'd be a lot harder to see. But what the guy that you have on top, what was he doing?
He was actually riding a longboard.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, can kind of see it, but he looks like he might be dancing or anything. But.
So you want him on the board, maybe?
Well, no, I just he doesn't look like I can see someone while doing that, but it's not like a distinctly like skateboarding pose.
Right. Which would be more squat down, lower. Maybe.
I don't know, like more just
It's more like a halfway through.
leaning into it, the arms like a little lower. I don't know, like maybe he's
About to fall. But yeah, definitely, I can see that. Good. Thank you for you guys' feedback. Definitely appreciate that. And so here are my billboard ads. And I couldn't really decide on which one I thought looked slightly better than the other one, so I just put all three up there. And I changed it, just added longboards because I don't know if you like really understood it on the earlier ones, like actually what I was selling. So I just changed it up a little bit and added.
Let's see how this one different. So, thoughts for Lori on this? Any fresh thoughts?
I like the middle one, just because it's nice and clean, it's not too busy, and the logo is big enough for you to see it without being like cluttering up anything.
I think the word longboards helps.
Yeah, right?
So, the scale of the one on the top of the tree and the board, and maybe the middle type with the clean type, and then have, I don't know how you say the name. How do you say the name?
School.
Do that again.
School.
Wow, that was impressive. I'm not even going to try. I would probably take that scale of logo at the bottom and add longboards to the right of it. And then what I would do is take the tree from up above, and I would have the person riding the board and the tree extend beyond the boundary of the billboard and build the billboard out.
Okay.
I think would be a far more interesting billboard.
Okay.
And it's back to you need to show the rider, I think, for it to feel
Yeah.
to work with your headline.
Yeah, it was hard. I feel like I lost it there.
Okay. Well, so now you got feedback if you want to tweak a bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the transit bus ad. And there's the final result.
Isn't it interesting how different it looks in the environment, right?
Yeah, I think this is probably the one I'm most happy with because because I originally thought about designing it for the magazine ad, and just because that is vertical.
Right.
And my illustration just worked better with
Vertical.
yeah. So
Well, this one's kind of fun. Looks like it's holding on to the logo.
yeah.
And let's see it in context again. Okay. So hopefully you've got some feedback of things to adjust and try for your brochure
Yes.
for the future,
For sure.
which would be just great. So nice work. Ready? Okay, so I'm just going to go up the aisles. Phil, you ready to share with us?
no.
No? Okay, Brian, you ready to share with us? Yeah. I
It's not really
understand.
finished.
Did you post yours?
Oh, yeah, I posted it.
I'm sorry?
Posted it.
Did you
Maybe
post it at a
update.
different location?
Maybe.
Try to update
Okay,
maybe.
Try the banner ads instead. Maybe that's just the wrong location for you.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Highway. Oh.
So, nobody's seen your design brief yet.
No.
Do you have any design brief in this? Or no?
No. I
No.
have the magazine ad right here, but
Oh, yeah, we'd love to see that, right? Yes, thank you. You want to start us at the beginning? Is that possible for you?
yeah, sure. I'm not sure what to say, but I did Nike Plus, which is like this sort of fancy pedometer thing that also measures like the distance you run and like something like that.
Is that just like a wrist wearable, or does it clip onto your belt?
It has many there's like this little thing that you can put into your shoe, and there's also like this. They also have wristwatches too, but
Actually,
It's
put it
also-
in the shoulder.
I don't believe there's an Apple version, but it's only it's only for Apple. I don't think there's any for Android, but there's an Apple ad for it. I think it's like
So what does it do?
it measures like how far you
It's a tracker.
yeah. It's pretty much a fancy pedometer thing.
Got it. Slow
Um,
down, slow down. Okay. And your taglines were put life together.
Yeah.
Fly to freedom.
Don't know why this came out really big, but it did. I just had like multiple ideas, like having some guy leaping and have like wings made of shoes or something like that, or some sort of shoe with like a tree coming out of it, or I had a weird idea of like having a bathtub in the shape of a shoe and have some guy running it like on a treadmill kind of thing. Weird. These are just random things I tried, but didn't really do much on it. Just
Did you have a favorite?
yeah, I just did this one. But these are just ideas that I wanted to play with and see what happen.
What are those shoes called? Like in Back to the Future?
Huh? Oh, these are Nike.
Oh, are they actually like the Back to the Future shoes?
Yeah, they're recently, or no, I don't think they've released it yet, but sometime soon they're gonna have actual versions of it.
Oh man.
They released them,
Michael
but they
J.
just
Fox
made the
designed
ones with the
some
auto
top
lace.
Oh,
They're coming out with.
do they don't actually work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's not
they cinched them.
Power laces.
Really?
I think they had to.
Are they hover shoes?
No,
No,
they're self-lacing shoes.
There's-
Mattel still
Self-lacing.
hasn't given us our hoverboard
Straps
yet.
like-
hoverboard actually exists, but it's really expensive.
Is it?
It's like $10,000 per board, and it only
Cakewalk
lasts
for all of us.
And it,
like 10 minutes or something, but it exists.
what does it hover with?
I'm not
Just
sure how it
air or-
works.
Magic.
Maybe it's like magnetic or something, but I don't know.
They're important questions that we need answered.
I know. We'll have to do research.
And this one I just wanted to do something anime related, but it looked ugly, so I didn't bother with it too much.
Putting life back together.
And
Will you explain that to me?
it's like when you're like, say like you're overweight and then it's like your life's like a total mess, and then
So this will solve everything.
Mm.
This'll you keep this, you put it in your shoe, you
Get
measure your
motivated.
workouts, you're ready to roll, and you get your act together.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
And I sort of like put all the little pieces together and like, yeah, come together. And all.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And so you built a shoe out of it.
Yeah.
Clever. And what's the red circly thing?
This thing?
Yeah.
It's the actual product.
It's the product. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
thing
product.
you put in your shoe.
Yeah.
So why is it cut off on the top and the bottom?
I don't
Is-
know. I think it's the actual shape or something.
Is that who? Does anybody know? Is that the shape? So if you guys could like get off your computers, I'd totally appreciate
The
it.
shape
That
of the
goes to
product?
heel of the shoe.
I don't think it's.
Go to
Yeah.
the heel of the shoe.
It is, the image is just cut off a little bit.
Oh,
So when you do it on your brochure, make sure you're not cutting it off, okay? Or you're
yeah.
gonna
Well, I took it like the image out and that's how it came. So
you're gonna have to fix it then.
I mean, I'll probably have to look for a different image. But
Okay.
it was the biggest one I could
Or
find.
you can fix it.
How do I fix it?
Add red. Curve off the bottom. Curve
Well,
off
it's
the top.
actually orange, but yeah.
All right. Do the orange.
Wait, what, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Where are you talking about? Oh,
The
right.
The flat top, flat bottom.
Okay.
If you just the image search for it, then like the first 6 ones is 1,000 by 1,000. So unless it's one that
You'll
Hey.
find one.
I'll try.
Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the ad. And you have a call to action there?
Call to action.
Yeah. Like, how do we get a hold of this? I see your body copy. I see your logo, the symbol. Do you send us to a website or anything?
No, I forgot to put it there.
You what?
I forgot to put it
You
there.
forgot. Okay.
So I put it in the banner ads, I think.
Okay, good. That's great.
At least. Or, yeah, see, it just pops right there. These are outdoor ones. And,
I know it's awkward when they're different sizes. However, I admire the fact that you know how to make things different sizes. I compliment you.
I was only able to put this on there. I didn't have time to do that.
Okay. So when you use a web address, it's usually really, really brief. Like, what's the web address? You're probably on it, Sam, aren't you? What was the web address for Nike Plus? Is it
It's
Nike Plus? Or is it Nike.com?
NikePlus.Nike.com/support.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta find a very short address. Or you gotta find a hashtag that'll get us there.
Nike.com/plus.
Maybe that's it.
NikePlus.com will get you there.
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna have to abbreviate your web address. And that way it could be bigger so we could see it.
Well,
Because you got a lot of stuff going on there.
wouldn't they like, go to the wrong area? Or I don't know.
No, I think it'll be okay.
For our purposes.
Yeah.
As a bad one, can we make up one? Even
If
though-
it has a bad one,
Yeah, like. theirs
you can
is
make a
actually bad.
hashtag. Make a hashtag.
Oh, yeah.
Or make a bit one or the short ones.
It's a QR code.
Yeah, or a QR code. Who said QR code? I did. That was Brendan.
Do I just put a random QR code or try to find a
No,
actual-
you have to make a QR code. And I, for your brochures, will show you how to do that. Okie dokie?
You can also Google how to do it.
Oh, John, you're so conventional.
These are banner ads. I forgot to like tick off the settings for these.
Okay. So did you put your banner ads on the phones and stuff, or you didn't get to it yet?
I made it smaller on my screen, and I noticed these aren't visible. So
So you're gonna fix them?
Yeah.
Okay. So did y'all hear that? That's what you need to do. If you view it on your screen and what you can't see, make sure that you've eliminated it so it's viewable. That's great.
But in banner ads, I feel like you don't even need that extra text.
Well, in your banner ads, you don't need the website because you're gonna press the banner ad and it's gonna jump to it, right?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that text is going to be impossible to read.
right.
Like, the
And you're
out-
going to have to view your text and look at proportions. So, and so let's stay right there with your elements because that's pretty much what you got going on. So, do you guys have feedback for Brian on his concept and how to work with it?
I'm curious if, because of Nike's branding and their logo, is that like the Nike Plus way that they're doing it, or is that just a font that you chose?
That's just the font I chose. I don't think they actually have an actual. I think they just usually do the logo and then
Swoosh.
plus.
It might just look a little
Here.
tad bit more official if you use the actual Nike font for the word Nike. I think that would probably be part of their branding standards anyway. So
I'll look for if it's around, but I
You'll
didn't see
find
at the
it.
time.
I think you'll find it to be able to work with it. What makes it look Nike-ish will be to use the Nike font that's used in all the Nike ads, or simply the Nike swoosh with a plus sign. I think there's no question for most of us we would know how to read that, right?
Well, if I were to do that, I was thinking that maybe there were too many swooshes around everywhere, so I was like,
Yeah, you got a lot of swooshes, that's true.
Yeah.
More thoughts for Brian?
I think you can eliminate and either have the product or the shoes. I don't think you need to have both.
Mm.
Especially because you have like the illustration shoe right there. I think the shoes are probably just extra as well.
yeah. So, yeah,
Just
I guess
because they are so small, you can like eliminate a bunch of information.
it's okay.
And also there have to be call to action like
Just watch
right
it.
on the banner ads. Like click here for more information or something like that.
Yeah, it's something I need to fix.
I think hang on a second. I think we've talked about this before with people's ads. So if you look at the size actually of this, and you look at the size of this with my hand, and you look at the size of the square that I can't reach with my hand, those three elements are about the same scale, give or take. And generally, I think what makes ads stronger, or layout stronger, I should say, is different scale of elements. Something very large, maybe bleeding off the edge of the page, and type where you have a very large cohesive headline. Like if you stay with your headline, putting life back together, on this one I notice it's different than how you handled it on previous ones, where back together, the word together had a gradient in it.
Yeah, it kind of disappeared when it was that size. So.
Right, and I didn't, it disappeared at this size. So can you show us that one? So to me, if I'm putting my life back together, I'm not going to dissolve away. I'm going to be, for you, you're probably thinking you're going to dissolve away because you're going to lose weight and you're going to exercise, right? But if you're coming together, you get more solid, right? More cohesive, more grounded, more core centered. So I wouldn't gradient the end of the word together, because to me that is a diminishing kind of element.
Just do like this one.
Yeah, I think it's better. But I don't like them, the reason you would step type is if the shoe were walking down the steps. If you take steps to improve your health. If you take steps to come together. But your stair step type makes it too stretched out, not cohesive of coming back together. You've pulled things apart. So I would consider doing that thing of moving life, so your uppercase L sits here, and putting putting life back and then together maybe as your third line. And I would tighten it up and make it more cohesive and enlarge it. And then I would find Nike type logo or the Nike swoosh in the plus, and you could make, I think your idea is clever, that all these elements, assemble into making this great shoe, right, with whatever you want it to be doing. So I would try considering varying the scale of your elements, creating more white space. Like if you scroll down to this one, you've filled up all your space, and we need our eye to rest because there's all these little scattered elements. This is your little teeny banner ad you said, right? Is that right? So that's going to disappear, you already said, because it's not readable, right? And Lori said these are pretty small, so he said, so we don't need them?
Yeah, or like either the product or the shoes.
Well, or both, because actually I wouldn't know that's a shoe, but when I see that, I know it's a shoe. Like, it
Maybe
helps me
if
understand it.
If you just shape that a little bit more like a shoe and like add laces or something, so you
that's
actually
true.
understand. that
Turn it
it's
more
a
into a
shoe.
shoe and add laces, that's a good point. Are these, is the logo going in the right direction?
Shoot.
Yeah? Who knows the Nike logo?
It's left or right? It's
That's the right way.
It's the right way?
Yeah.
And the one on the shoe is backwards, but that's how they usually do it, with the Swiss going to the back of the shoe.
Okay. They do it that way. So that's the way the logo's shown,
Yeah, it's like the inside of the shoe,
but that's how they put it on the shoe?
outside of the shoe.
All
Yeah,
right,
you wouldn't have it going toward the front.
detail. So maybe that's the app, right? I might put this up here and put the app and the Nike brand down here with the
I
shoes.
was thinking like those little square, these square things, and
Oh,
then
that's right. They build the shoe. You're
Mm.
right. They're like arrows. I
that's going
understood
into the
that.
shoe.
Okay. Okay. Things to think about as you redo it. And then your final one's going to be with in the phone and so forth, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Brian. Okay. So we're going up the row. Bianca? Kelly?
I don't have my outdoors, my banner.
You want to show that?
That's all right. I mean, yeah, I will if you want me to, but I don't.
You want to do it all?
I'll
All
do
right,
it
we'll see how
of it.
much. Okay, we'll see how much time we got at the end. Go, Yarma.
So the brochure has to be the same thing, like has to be about the same company or
Yeah, same product, same company. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about. Yeah, she's like, why did I click that? Now I'm stuck, right?
Do you want me to show the outdoor hats? Both?
Did you build them together? You did.
I sent it in the. I haven't put it in the form yet.
Okay.
I think I
You
can
did
put it
it
right
yet?
now. I sent it to you like in the assignments, but I thought I did, but I can't see it on the. It's this one, right? It's out there, right? Oh,
Okay. You could
I
do
can
it
come
yourself.
next. I'll send it to you right now.
So, we didn't ever get to see your magazine ads. Do you want to show the whole series?
Yeah, the whole series.
It's all in one anyway. Okay, good.
Yes, but it's gonna take a really long time to download.
Yeah. Okay. I know. Was it like a zillion megabytes?
76. 76.
you should just save it as a smaller one.
Yeah, but then it pixelates and I don't know.
Not if you look at it online.
I converted my elements to vector for the billboard because
Oh yeah, those are huge. Yeah.
Well, when you do the billboard, you probably won't, because it'll vary your artwork. It didn't.
I'm waiting for it to download.
Pardon?
I'm waiting for it to download.
I think you'll probably build it into pieces like panels, so it's not so cumbersome. It's that scale. It's how they put them up in panels also.
Also, I have a question. And when you went through that, we had to like save it with the slug and like save a PDF with the slug, and also save all the
JPEGs?
yeah. Were we supposed to send that to you, or I don't really know what exactly we were supposed to do.
I'll be able to see the slug in the PDF that you finally compose, right? And the JPEGs would probably be what you would place in your banners. Would be what you'd end up placing. It's, I didn't ask for them. I don't need them. It's mostly for you to understand how they be delivered.
Also, I think because I did it, I exported my right from InDesign,
Yes.
and I
To
just
JPEGs?
yeah,
Yes.
and you can just do it.
Yes, you can.
So you don't have to go through Photoshop.
But you have no way to confirm the resolution of them.
Yes, you have.
When you did it, it told you the pixel
Yeah,
setup,
I chose 72.
but it still doesn't necessarily show you the pixel setup. I wanted everybody to do it in Photoshop for the purpose of seeing the pixels.
Oh yeah,
That's why.
I tried both, but to see the difference,
Right.
and then I just opened up the files that I exported through
And they were
InDesign.
perfect.
And they were
I
yeah.
understand. I understand that. But I want people who aren't familiar with resolution, there's no other way to be able to get familiar with it than to see it in front of you. Okay, we are ready for you.
So I chose Lush and their product Bath Bombs, which is an original Lush invention. That's what they claim. Should I go through my concept also?
Yeah. Okay.
It has, but while my final so goddess Cleopatra, and I embody to action. Unfold your second and then this one that's for the billboard
Is white on black.
in the mall.
Like under a pool.
For new show,
We gave you some thing and lion or whatever.
like the banner.
Maybe you could.
Yeah.
Me out the throw bit. Never mind for the
Oh,
having the font.
Yeah, if you're
It should, just because
The
naked's hard.
yeah.
software.
Yeah, to detect.
Oh, okay.
When we're made separate, we're like fade. It's one.
Is like
That makes sense.
Appreciate the color. Integrity of the lush. When you go back, that means you need to swallow it up. I think so subtle, but I think it works because it's the other lush font. It fits. It's a Sam. Go to .com.
I'll use for my
Stick with it.
Mhm.
Read. So I would not
picky thing, and it's kind
The
die.
I'm
Like,
they are.
you like
That one's.
well, right inside here pyramid
Yeah.
for picky is
I don't think we were recording. I think it
We
recording
are.
got paused. I think it got paused.
seriously
Yeah, because she started at 43, and then somehow
the screen move.
I don't know what happened, but
That's not
that's
good.
where she started.
Oh, but look, it did. Oh, I see.
Should I,
Because we keep screen. You want to stop, John, and then start again?
It's because it's full screen. She made it full screen.
how do you make it?
Like, yeah.
Okay, you're back. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
I think she's lost though.
We'll find her.
Yeah, my file is huge.
So everybody, not everybody, most everybody in this class misspells the word breathe. I before E except after C.
Okay.
Is that the same in like?
Oh shit, I did.
You
So is that
spelled
the-
it right in your comment.
I know, it's true.
Yeah.
Everybody did that though. I'm looking at everybody's files. People even misnamed their files but spelled it right in their briefs. Actually, you did that. You misspelled it in your file, but spelled it correctly in your brief.
Oh well.
It's okay. The world will not stop. The world will stop if you do it on your brochure, though. Misspell things. Once you print things, it's printed, you know? So when I do a print run for something, it gets spell checked like 7 million times and then proofread about 18 million times.
Should I open an Acrobat or is it okay to do it now?
It's fine.
Yeah, so these are my thumbnails for my banner ads. They're just, yeah. I feel, I don't know, for the brochure I'm probably going to use more of my concepts rather than just the guy walking down the street, because I felt that was, what is it, Paul?
Did you use the house part?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
So
I kind of just like forgot about the other ones and just like went for that guy instead because he was like the highest quality and stuff. So yeah.
Did you love the house one?
I liked how it was just like kind of like no, we were like looking at it together and he was like, "Tell me when to stop," and he was just scrolling on. I like stop, and it was like right where the house and like the mountains kind of connected, and it looked really cool.
Wait, oh no! Wait, what? That was just the thing for the presentation.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were.
That wasn't an actual ad. That was just this.
Oh, I thought that was like a banner ad. My bad.
Oh no, no. Yeah. So these are my thumbnails. Here are my roughs with the slugs. I didn't include the slugs in the PDF because I placed the INDD or the JPEG directly in the design brief rather than having it as a page for itself.
Fine.
What? Alright, cool. I didn't hear you. Yeah, and
I
there,
saw them.
the slugs. Yeah, they're here. Here are my final banner ads. Yeah. There they are presented.
Can you make that bigger for us, please? You had fun with that, didn't you?
Yeah, Paul helped me a lot. Thank you, Paul. Photoshop King. Yeah, gradients and stuff. Then here's my transit ads. Just say like it's just essentially the same thing because it's all the same image. It's a bit different layout. Here are my roughs for the transit ad.
I really admire the fact that you all read the details and put your guidelines in. Big credit to all of you for screen captures.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if I did that right or not. Good.
Yeah.
Here's my final pick. Here's the final ad with the big gradient. And I have a presentation beneath. Here are my billboard ads, thumbnails, roughs. Yeah, and this one, yeah, that's the thing. So the big gradients and stuff. Then last page, we've got the presentation.
So, I'm super curious why you chose your outdoor ad, your billboard ad, to be just the fabric and not the sheep or the
I
van
know,
or-
that's, yeah. That's because I don't know. Yeah. I really wanted it to be like the house, but then that'd be like the only one sticking out from the guy walking down the street, or the sheep one. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, that was lucky. Yeah. I wanted like the billboard ad to just be like
Yeah.
the long house, and then I'd just like Photoshop more stuff to the sides of it. But I didn't do that for some reason. I don't know why. It just
I was thinking about that too.
yeah.
But now that like I saw it, I think it makes so much sense because this would be like too much detail and too much stuff.
Yeah, for like a
If you're
billboard.
driving by, you need to kind of see it right
Yeah,
away.
I was treating like the billboard the same way as I was
so
doing
like
the
the
banner
Bravo
ads.
part just gets it right across.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, seeing an entire billboard of just the tweed texture is kind of cool.
Yeah, it kind of gets like the message across, even though it's kind of like boring. It's just like
Yeah, but it's an easy glance. You're right. Everybody's right about that.
And it's kind of like, I don't know, for me, it's like really, when I see it like right there, the second one,
this one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know why, but it's like so memorable for some reason. You know, like I look at it, I feel like I want to see it again.
Cool.
If I was driving on the freeway, I'd see it, and I was like,
That's good.
kind of want to double glance that. It was cool.
I guess it stopped. Yeah.
So there's an interesting observation to me about the transit ad that the headline's a little hard to read. I think that's an issue.
Oh yeah.
However, what I was thinking is, nobody's going to be able to read the body copy on the right. And then I thought, well, that's not true. It's a successful transit ad because you can read the short headline on the left, which is hard to read because it's white, so it needs help,
Yeah.
right?
I added some drop shadow to it, but you can't really see it.
Yeah,
Yet.
it's
Yeah.
kind of hard. And
Yeah.
maybe it looks better on your screen, I don't know, but
And,
it's kind of hard. But I was thinking, oh, you can't read the body copy, but as long as you could read the logo and you can read the headline, I think it's successful. And then if you're standing there, like it's a bus stop ad, then you can move in to read the copy, which is kind of the conversation we all had about transit ads. So, I don't know, something has to happen with that headline to be well readable.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I would do is like use the magic wand tool in Photoshop and kind of select that whole top there.
Yeah.
And then filter it. And what I usually do is I'll add another layer with a soft light mask, black. I don't know if this all makes sense to you, but
No.
that I can show you.
Yeah.
It just darkens like part of your image that you want to be darker, so the text shows up without darkening the rest of it.
Right.
So
It's kind of like
just
spot
little image
burning it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but the burning intensifies the color, and soft light doesn't do that.
Soft light, just, yeah.
Yeah, just basically tweak the image to make it darker on top so that the text shows through better.
Yeah. I think it might be because I had like a bunch of gradients on the actual presentation thing, or like, is it more red than there? It's not really. Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah. We can kind of see it here.
It needs help.
Yeah, I get it.
It needs help. But I agree. All the texture on that billboard, the simplicity of it is really nice. So keep that in mind as you do it. The readability. It's very hard when you have a busy background to have type that works successfully, dark and light. So, anyway, good work.
Thank you.
Anyone want to give a shot? We're doing pretty good on time for everybody, I think. So we don't know what happened to Rachel. Maybe we just didn't keep track of the time.
No, I believe it's not there. I think what she.
We were 20 minutes behind. It's there.
I couldn't saw that.
So here are my banner ads. The roughs. This is the iPad one. Actually, this one is the other one that didn't have the logo or the call to action.
Uh-huh.
This is the iPhone one.
It's really great to see these in context, isn't it?
The what?
It's great to see these ads in context.
Oh.
They're going to be great portfolio pieces for everybody.
Those are the banners. Here are the outdoor ads. refs. So I changed the slogan to this picture is still here for a reason, which, I mean, if you don't, yeah.
Very versatile layout,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
The way you handled it. Some comments for Guillermo?
The first thing is, I noticed just on the billboard, I think your slogan might be a little small to catch when you're just driving by.
I think so.
But I don't know if there's a particular reason, but it looks like you have the space to make it big, like just fill in the gray area that it's in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Just,
can make
like,
it a little bigger.
Like, if I didn't know what it said sitting here, I'd have to like squint and stare at it. But
Yeah, right. You can't even read it from here. Yeah, I tend to make text too small sometimes.
Did you try and come up with different headlines?
Yeah, because here, if you don't read the magazine, it doesn't explain it to you. You really don't know what it's telling you. So
What was your magazine headline?
This picture is here for a reason. I put this still, but I think it's too technical, and without an explanation, it's not understandable. Maybe.
I hate to say this class needs taglines and headlines, but your billboard works without a headline.
Yeah.
Right?
If you needed one, I think it'd be just like maybe like 2 or 3 words, just like capture it in big white font or I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't even think it might not need one. Because the logo to the company is really like
it is, yeah.
prestigious and people know about it, then I feel like they don't understand the
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the slogan.
Yeah, I think I would.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it would work. For me, it would just be like a super famous image and then like a Polaroid camera. For me, it wouldn't work with like capture it or something, capture the moment or something like that. Probably, I feel like you need something to explain, like because it's such an it's an image. I mean, I'm a photographer, and that's maybe why I know this image. But
I mean, it's just random to have a famous picture there with a Polaroid camera.
Yeah, I think so because I don't think.
Well, I do want to hear the whole point of this that was that with the Polaroid camera you can print an image instantly, and that would make the picture last like forever instead of just have it on your phone and maybe you lose it or whatever. So these are like famous pictures that we have today because they were once printed, and that's like the point of why you should buy a Polaroid.
Maybe like make the moment last forever or something like, and because that's what you're saying, you know, just incorporate that more in that case and I think that would make sense for sure, because it's a funny image and it just because it's an image that's taking like so much, it's like in a minute and like and it's I don't know. I think that would probably help.
Yep, that's
still
good.
Yeah.
I really like the subtleness of it. I like that it's like it's not busy and it's like something that I would be like looking at more than other than like something red and yellow and a lot of colors. I would much rather look at something like this and actually pay attention to it because it's so subtle.
Have you seen 3-dimensional billboards?
Like they stick out outside? Yeah, they're pretty cool.
It would be cool to create a camera that sticks out, and out of the camera is a curved piece of paper of the image. So it's 3-dimensional.
Well, that would be.
And create the illusion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're saying, this is happening, here's your snapshot of the moment. And that can certainly be done with Photoshop, right? Now that you've taken it this far, now you can get rid of your headline and try that for kicks, compare them. I don't think that would be, it's kind of the way I want you all to think. It's like once you've thought of the foundation of it, and once you've thought of the concept, then how do you take it and go the extra mile creatively, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that's me also, still constantly wanting that photo, that print to come out of the camera. It is, obviously. And so mostly what I want you to do is to...
The side here?
Yeah. Mostly what I want you to do is have this, let's see. Mostly I want you to do is have it look like that coming out of the camera and flatten in the wind a little. I just think that would just be so much fun, right? So anyway.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And I would work on articulating your headline message in your brochure as your sales point, because it's still awkward how we get there. But anyway, it's executed very well. Okay, so now we've covered that. Oh, Brooks, no? Oh, coming up this row, how's that? You have to go?
Yeah, I have to go.
What time are you leaving?
I have to be there at 3.
Oh, so come now.
Alright, well, I don't have it outdoor. It's not
Yeah.
banner.
You want to do it anyway?
I mean, I can, I guess.
Where do you work?
I work at Arnaldi's. It's an Italian.
Arnaldi's?
Yeah.
That was the first Italian restaurant I ever went to in Santa Barbara.
I think it's like the oldest one.
Where is that again?
Coda and Olive.
That is so funny. I think yeah.
Oh no.
Broke out. I didn't know it was still there. Can we all come for dinner while you're working?
Yeah. Please. It's gonna be slow. Alright. So I don't think I showed my brief, but I did Vans. I guess like my campaign was gonna be to try to make like the classic Vans like cool again or something. I got kind of mixed up when I was doing, and like started doing this thing with like volcanoes. So this is like my first ad, and like I don't know, proximity suits and volcanoes. I don't know why, and putting Vans on them. This one. This is the one I went with. It's like I also wanted to do ads about like the waffle sole, and like was gonna make like a waffle maker out of Vans. I don't know. I just had too many crazy ideas. But this is actually like text about sole, the original waffle sole, and then he's like skating like a shoe. It's like a skateboard. So those are them, and then this is one I made that I didn't really finish. It's like the Eggo waffles, but I don't know. That was kind of what I wanted to do, but I just didn't. I thought of it last. These are my ads, or I did banner ads, and then I redid them with my Skatem idea. That's them in or on stuff. But yeah, that's what I did. And like, I guess I kind of messed up. Like, I didn't mess up, but I got stuck on these ones. And like, because, well, so I was gonna do is like, I was gonna have like this one, this guy climbing down to like get a pair of Vans, and then like another one was like someone trying to go in like a lion's cage at like a zoo, you know, like so like they're like sought after, like, trying to get the Vans, and then it just spiraled into nonsense. And then, I mean, I think this one works in a magazine, like you'd see in a skate magazine or something. And it's still kind of like funny, I guess, but. Yeah.
So how do you feel, one of the things we talked about was the placement of the headline and is the headline readable and how is it up above and all that. Do you guys have a preference between the magazine headline of this ad and how it's handled in the banners? Anybody got thoughts about that?
Can you go down to the one where you have it actually displayed? On this one, the one on the Pandora one, I think it's handled really well with how like it's right underneath. Like that line and banner. But the placement for the other ones.
If the background's too busy on the other two or something.
Yeah, I had a hard time with like the roof of the skate park. Has like so many lines and stuff. So like with this one, like I don't know. It'd be hard to like put something up in there.
I think
Because it's so like
you know, we
there's, like, a
didn't
bunch of
talk about
lines.
this, but many of you have done it, where you put a transparent gradient feather of black and multiplied it over to create a little bit darker, more solid looking background. I keep wanting your headline Skatem to be up at the top and the Vans logo to be at the bottom, personally. Like if you go to your banner ads also, same thing. And you know, just by adding a little feather gradient of dark, but it's transparent, if you multiply the layer, gives you a good backdrop. And you might, because Vans logo is white, I'd flop the Skatem so the red's behind the white and the white is what pops out. Because the red kind of feels, I don't know, newly introduced. I know it goes with the Vans logo and it goes with the helmet, but I'd probably make it the drop shadow.
yeah, I remember we talked about it, and then that's like when I went home to do it, and I couldn't remember which one you
And you
said.
forgot. Well, I don't know that I'm right.
And I was like
I
switching, and I was like,
I don't know that I'm right. I'd probably try it that way. I'd probably let the red edge be what sticks out. I'd probably darken the background a little bit. It's probably true. And I do like the headline up above.
I mean, to be totally honest, like, because I got mixed up with like all the other things,
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like I had a chance to like execute
This the way you want it.
the way I wanted to. So I'm just trying to like work with what I had.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
That's good. But this will be good feedback for your billboards, which you have yet to do, the transit.
yeah, well, I've started like sketching them,
Right.
but I haven't.
So then you can try it on those and see. So let this one go. I don't want you guys to chase after things endlessly. Let this one go to the billboard and see if it improves it, because it's going to be one more step to take you towards your brochure too. So,
I
anyway.
think if you would make everything black and white or something, because it looks Photoshop, because the light is different in all different obstacles, and it just throws everything off, you know. And
Yeah, like the guy's not even skating; they're full.
yeah, and
he's,
he's,
like,
way
outside.
darker than everything,
Yeah.
and then if you try like or try to do some type of filter or something, so it all kind of melts together and looks actually like one picture, you know.
Yeah,
I
I
also
felt the
think-
same way.
I think they have a longboard that looks like the sole of the shoe.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
maybe you can just actually
Use that.
try to find that photo, yeah. Or go to the store and take a picture of it, because I've seen it at the store at downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I think it was cool.
Is the sole of the boat or the sole of the shoe also Photoshop? Or is that the way it looks?
That's like a pair. There's like a high res image of the bottom of a shoe, and I cut it out.
It's cool.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it looks cool.
it looks different.
Also, the wheels
just
aren't
okay.
really lined up, and that would never happen in longboard, right?
Well, it's a skateboard,
Oh,
but,
it's skateboard.
but yeah, I mean, it's just one truck flipped, and like I don't know,
Oh yeah, it is.
but because
Yeah.
it's like
Samurai, they would never be like offset. The
No.
wheels, no, yeah.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They're offset. I see you guys are skate professionals. I'm just sitting here going, cool, cool, that's cool.
Also, I
You're
don't know
gonna
if it's
notice that
necessary to have
unless you're,
two
like,
Vans
staring at it.
logos.
Yeah.
What's that, Laura?
There's two Vans logos, and I don't know if that's necessary.
Well, I think like one's a hang taggy kind of thing.
yeah, it's like the
and-
tag on the shoe,
Yeah. I actually find that kind of fun.
like this tag. Right here.
Yeah.
That's what it looks good. I think in a magazine.
Oh,
as
yeah.
a tag.
Yeah.
I just tried to like keep things. I don't know.
Consistent.
Just trying to submit
Or
something.
maybe what you do is do SCADA,
I feel you do.
make the background between the drop shadow black, move the Vans logo under the word skate, and just make it more cohesive instead of putting something in every corner. That kind of bugs me, the every corner thing.
Yeah.
It's a little scattered again, scattered, fragmented. Keep it cohesive. Or just move the Vans.com over to the left, put the Vans logo, move it so it's Vans.com is together. I think you have too many scattered elements.
Yeah, and
Give-
maybe make that Vans.com white too. I think that would.
That's a good idea if it sits on the right place.
Yeah.
It's like you said earlier, though. I don't really know why you need to put the website because you're gonna click it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, on a banner ad, yes, you're going to click it.
So
Exactly.
I just did it because it was like in that criteria.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, good. Great. What should we order at Arnaldi's?
Lasagna.
Lasagna. Okay, John, you want to?
Lasagna? Sure.
Paul, we'll get to you later.
Won't wait.
Thank you. Yep, go right ahead. See you later.
It was my sister's idea to make that company that I made, and I just sent her my brief, and she's like, I was like, I'm not so happy with them. They're not so good. And she's like, what? Are you kidding me? They look amazing. And I was like, really? Thank you.
Good.
Makes
That's
me feel
what
a little
sisters are
better.
for.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if they look amazing, but
I think all of our particular critique is very helpful. Because where
Yes.
else are you going to get the detail
yeah.
to elevate something?
That's why I liked when it was like when we had to comment in the forums, like comment on 3, and it was like you have to do it. I think that's a good thing because instead of it doing it in class and wasting time in class, people would just do it at home.
Alrighty. So I'm just gonna blow through all this. You guys have seen my design brief like 3 times already, I think. You saw the magazine ad. So these are my banner ads. Just my rough sketches. I was gonna colorize them for my digital roughs, but I didn't. I've actually already changed these things a little bit from what they were, and actually let me change the display. 2-page cover page. Cool. I've changed these a bit because last class on Tuesday I put these onto my phone and noticed that some of these things, like even here you can tell this is barely legible, this is completely illegible, the introducing line. So I've already tweaked this a bit, but I haven't changed it too drastically. So this is pretty much what I got from my banner ads. It was kind of challenging working with these different dimensions. Like I didn't really like this one here. I guess it works, but yeah, just kind of weird dimensions. I realize now that I guess I didn't need the click button to learn more, find out more, because really anywhere you click is going to take you there. But
It asked for a call to action.
it did? Oh, okay. And design-wise, it fills a space. It serves some kind of purpose visually too. So that was what I had. I only managed to get get them embedded in a couple different things. Now I want to go back to single page. And actually, I thought I dimmed this. I like desaturated this a bit so it matched the background image, but it still looks insanely bright compared to the image I embedded it
I
into.
think that's good because it looks like a pop-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that was what I had for those. My outdoor ad is more or less similar to my magazine ad, which I think a lot of people did, or I don't know. Just stripped down, cut a lot of stuff out of it. And then my billboard ad was like this. Neither one of these I had time to put into an actual image. which I know makes a difference when you can see it in context. But yeah, so
I like how on the banner ads, how going from your magazine that has a lot of like, the picture and scenery in it, how you cut a lot of it down or just removed it entirely to do just like the black or just the yellow.
Mhm.
Makes it look a lot more like it just fits more instead of trying to fit a really busy mountain picture into a web banner.
yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, I think you solved it in a really good way.
More comments for John?
But with professional vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you go to your outdoor app, please?
Yeah, that one or the billboard?
That one. So, you didn't have time to put them on the
No,
context.
I turned this in like 2 minutes before the cutoff
Oh,
time.
okay.
So
Okay.
I didn't sleep last night because I was working on a
All
take-home
right.
exam
Well,
for another class.
You're working on this or something else?
Take-home exam for a different
Oh,
class.
okay. So you guys are driving down the highway. There's a billboard ad for high mileage boots. What's the billboard going to really look like that's going to grab your attention with that headline?
Like a car ad or something like that.
I'd actually like the one with the image.
Not a bad way, but like, you know how people look into a car to how long they could all the mileage is on a car. They'll look at this as a boot with it has high mileage boots, so they'll associate it with like a good car purchase with a good boot purchase.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Emily.
I really like the ad, but I just think the colors, like yellow and black, and deconstruction when you're driving on the road.
It's kind of dangerous.
I was kind of hoping that would catch attention because it is really bright, so you're not going to miss that.
I
that
like
sign.
it, but you know how like you could think of that as like construction, but that boot is like more than just kind of like a construction type of boot. It's like a mountain hiking boot.
Yeah, it's
like,
not at all.
Oh well, you know, like if they had like a line of like within that brand, if they had a line of work boots, something like that would work. But maybe
like
just like
construction worker.
Yeah, exactly. But I know what they're saying, and like kind of things that could like that construction site type of feel. But I mean, it kind of goes good because it's a rugged boot, you know, like even though it's not a construction boot.
So I kept visualizing in all that yellow area a picture of the freeway with cars driving and somebody running alongside the cars wearing boots. Right? High mileage boots. That's all I kept thinking of. Just how to play off the humor of being on the freeway with the boots, getting mileage on the freeway.
Yeah, because you kind of lost your concept in the billboard.
Without seeing this here, and I don't even know if you actually see that. I think eventually you might notice there's an odometer on the back of the boots. But I guess without seeing that, the tagline doesn't really. It means something totally different, and you expect something different.
Right. So maybe it's the back of these boots, with high mileage boots, with the odometer showing. So you hang on to your concept for it, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's good to show the experience of, like, you know, because that's your original concept, like. And I think you just lose the whole concept. And if I would see it, it would just be, okay, someone is trying to sell me boots, and it's not really something that's like that drags people in, you know.
So just think of the context.
Okay.
What's up?
My 2 cents.
Yes.
I agree with what you guys think about the black and yellow, but I feel like that, like for the web banners, I think those are perfect. Those colors.
Yes.
Those are
Yes.
amazing.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on your team.
But the billboard.
And I actually think that your solution, poor John was so unhappy with his yellow on his phone. Why is it so different on the screen? Why is it so different on my phone? And so your solution of turning it to black with yellow was an excellent solution, by the way.
Yeah, I tried doing these with all yellow, and I just added the black, even though that wasn't even in my original. It's not. It's not here actually. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very successful.
Yeah, I think I definitely I was trying to keep the same thing where the brand is these colors. That's why I used that.
Yeah.
But I overdid it on this one. Like I'm seeing now, if I had those boots with my image that stretched all the way across the nature image, I'm gonna have to retake that photo though, because the image cuts off, and no amount of context-aware fill is gonna create that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
That's cool. I'll go hiking again, take another picture.
You need another hike this weekend. Yes, you do. Okay, that's good. Nice work. You want to come up?
You me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, how many more we got on this row? I know Paul, yeah, Curtis.
4.
4 of you?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, on this room.
Okay, so we got you, Emily, yeah? Yeah. Ryan, yeah?
Yeah.
Curtis, yeah? Ellen, yeah?
30 minutes to do.
I know, no, we have, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna stay close to 5 minutes,
Yeah.
you guys.
All right, so go phone banners. I like some of the taller ones because they give me a chance on the original image that I took to use the part of the sky and do the bit with using the logo as the actual sun. But I just on the body, I just cut out a lot of the body copy and just went with the bare necessities. So.
Did you try changing the type inside the yellow thing? You forgot.
No, I did. I did, but I didn't. I like
You like the logo type.
the having the style of the more. So web banner on popular web pages.
That's very funny.
And then for this one, I just chucked out the image altogether just because it's so narrow, and I could just put my tagline in there as big as I can,
Right.
which I don't know, I think that kind of works there. But this one, feel it might be a little. It's like too tall to do have just the text, but too narrow to really get the sense that you're actually on a road. I couldn't get the horizon in
Right.
enough.
Right.
And then for my billboard, I had the same problem David was talking about, how the original image I had just wasn't going to fit on something long enough.
Yes.
So I chucked that out and grabbed one that I had of just a shot with the road that happened to have the Santa Barbara mission in, so I could tie it into local things for all the billboards that we have in town that we don't have.
Yeah.
But at least it's pretty.
But you have tile roofs. Yeah, you got to reduce the white on your road type, I think.
Yeah, I did. That was because I was here. I realized that I was looking for my roughs. When I was playing with the original image, I realized they were on. I never got them uploaded. They're on one of these computers here from Lab Day, but this was kind of last-ish minute trying to throw something together that's not just using a new image. So I think just making that a little transparent or adding some texture or something to it will be a little better. But I was trying to keep it legible so you can, when you're driving down the highway, you can still maybe read it. Even then, I think it might be a little difficult to even see that that's on a road, looking at the billboard from far away after. But
Yeah, you can.
I don't know, my real shot was to try to get like a satellite, like a shot from straight up above, and have it read there. But I don't have any straight down shots of the road, so. And
Thoughts?
Google Maps is angry about doing it, about getting the labels off of them.
Yeah, yeah, it is. So thoughts for Sam? No thoughts? All right, I got thoughts for you. So you're on the road, your skinny banner out on the black background. I would rather see gravel, right? Instead of black. Just keep your concept, stay with it. Put some gravel background. I think that would carry home the theme.
Okay.
And then your transit ad works really successfully, I think. Same reason your magazine ad worked. However, I'd probably put the sun in a far more noticeable, the logo, meaning in a far more noticeable place. Down in the bottom left corner, I don't think I'd notice it. So I don't know that I would see the brand as well as I would like to. So I try different placements for it and see
Yeah.
what works better. And then, I don't know, I have a hard time looking at the Santa Barbara Mission and thinking of people skateboarding on that road, and it's not the image I would pick for the cool message you have of owning the road. I think I hate to say this, I think it was a convenient image for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I think it was a convenient image, but it's not staying with the brand. It's not consistent for the brand. It's not a consistent way of creating that perspective and that sense of owning the road and being on it and having that isn't this low gravity board, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole thing? So this is not a low gravity image. So you need a different image.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work for it at all. So I understand you know the concept of how to make a billboard now, but I think you probably agree with that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so great. So great progress.
Is this which one is this on? Is this outdoor? Okay. So I had a problem going back in to edit mine for some reason.
To edit like InDesign, you mean?
No, I needed to edit more things, like for because this is the forum to show.
Yeah.
But the assignment to edit it, to add some more things.
You had trouble with that?
Yeah, I don't know, it wouldn't let me.
Is that right? Did the window close, shut?
No, this was before, I don't know why it didn't let me.
Okay.
Did you want me to open it on Acrobat?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So, this is the same thing. So here are my sketches, and then I accidentally kind of got confused with the. I did the opposite, the width in the height.
You made it.
I made it a tall one, but I figured that out after I already did 4 of them.
Okay.
So, but then I kind of liked them, the ideas of them, so I kind of reused the concepts for the correct versions. So. And I couldn't really find seeing people's now. It looked really good because I was looking just for what's it called, an iPad or a tablet without anybody holding it or anything like that. And I looked up internet tablet, so I could find the internet and maybe put it in.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything. I was pissed off. I looked through it and I was like, you know what, I'm just using this one. So I just put it on the top.
Right.
So you kind of get the sense of what it is still.
Right. Okay.
And then this one I kind of just placed on top, so it kind of looked like a. And then these are my sketches for the bus transit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it.
So comments for Paul. Let's go to your. Okay, there's your billboard.
This might just be the projector, but the white watch looks really washed out.
Yeah, it
You can't
does.
see the detail of
Yeah,
the band.
I didn't even look at it on this side. Yeah, that is true. Oh, that's the projector. Over here, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can see it. You can come over here and confirm, but it's good.
I remember your conversation with me about it. Other thoughts? Yeah, John.
I would change that to yes, you have the time.
Yeah, I was just going with the ones that I've had before from the magazine and stuff. I actually changed it to do you have I was always doing do you have time? So I added that word in.
We need a question mark.
Yeah.
I did with the ellipse.
I did the dots, then I had just the watch there. So it's kind of like, it wasn't a question, but it implied it. You know?
Okay.
It was like, There is a watch. Do you have the time? Do you have this watch? I don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's something to consider. I also would personally tighten up the leading of your text. I think it
On
doesn't
where?
need to.
On the
Baseline to baseline. So do you have the time is on 3 lines and you have so much space between each one. I would see how it looks tighter.
I was wondering what I should do about it because I made it bigger. I did the opposite. I made it bigger because I was worried that on a billboard, like if it's too close, it might get something. So I just kind of blew everything up a little bit, and then I had trouble with the alignment. I kind of distorted stuff.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know how you wanted it on. I used the images you gave me, and then I saw there's some pretty cool images people found too.
Yeah, there's cool images. I would tighten it up. I think it's too spaced out. Too spaced out. I would. Yes, you have the time is a good idea, and then you've got your ... Or do you have the time ?
Am I allowed to change it even though it's different from my brief and stuff? Because I mean we're basing the outdoor and the billboard and the banner ads off our briefs,
Yeah,
correct?
you can change it to improve it.
Okay.
I mean, you're using basic
You're tripping me out right now, man. It says Noxon on the side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's true. Depends which way you read it.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't know how to place it. I was flipping it back and forth, and when I had it the other way, it looked weird, and I had it this way, it looked weird, and I can't just put in Nixon anywhere other than on the side.
Well, or you do, and you cover the girl's body because it's dark down there, and you can put it down there. In
I was
reverse.
thinking about making a huge banner all the way
Yes.
across,
Yes.
but I didn't know like how it would look. Like I didn't like it.
You gotta
Like
try
that it was just a white banner.
Well, you maybe put a dark band at
And
the
have it
bottom,
in white?
Have your white watch sit there. Have the logo Nixon sit there. Because John brought up something really important. When you turn it on its side, you don't know what the company name is.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
now all I see is Zoxz.
Yeah. So yes, there you go. That's it.
All right.
Zoxy, that's it. So that's a problem with those
Yeah.
letters, isn't it?
I was also just trying to conform it to this one.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be hidden underneath this thing.
Yes.
But I guess I'll have to like work on a banner, kind of like have a little band across.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I don't-
Yeah, so, yes, who said something?
I'm not a super big fan of the watch just like being there. It looks like it's totally
Floating.
misplaced. Yeah, it's just
That would be good if I had a banner, because then it'd put it somewhere.
yeah. Because
You need something to ground it.
I was not even going to put the watch in. I was just going to do that, but then it's kind of like doesn't make any sense because you can't even see the watch on her wrist.
Oh, you see, I disagree.
Without and the watch?
I would make like a white margin on the other side on the left side, and then put a black player watch, because that's what that's called. It's called a player watch.
Yeah.
For Nixon, and then just like put it upright, maybe, and it would look more like unified.
Put it right here. But yeah,
No,
then
but on the other side with a white background and a black watch, that's gonna pop out. But that's only if you have more space.
I don't think you need the watch. I think do you have the
Otherwise, yeah.
time and the Nixon logo and a girl wearing a watch who's pretty alluring in her looking at you kind of thing.
I was
think that's
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, can you see the watch? It's so small. Like, and I was like, do you need the watch? I didn't know, so I put it in there,
Yeah.
and I kind of went with it but
Yeah. So I revise a lot of those things. Those are important factors
okay,
for
the
its success.
logo, watch.
Yeah.
I don't even need the watch, I guess. And then yes,
Or
you
try
have
the
the time.
watch on a dark background,
Okay.
something like that.
All right.
Give it a shot.
Then-
Wait, Greg?
All right.
No. Yes, Curtis. Yes. Okay, 5 minutes count, everybody, right? You gotta walk fast.
wait. So how do you spell brief? Is it E-I?
I before E, except after C.
Okay. Well, in that case, I spelled it wrong.
Except for receive. Oh, no, that's a C. And yeah, weird.
It actually
Weird.
makes enough sense to be a real rule.
I know, it's true, right? But it is funny how many people, I type some words, I always type the word you. So when I write comments to you, like you have done something or maybe you should consider blah, blah, blah. I tend to write you instead of your, and when I want to write your, I write you. So I apologize. I always do it wrong.
Well, we can blame it on being foreign.
You can blame it on what?
Being foreign.
Oh, yeah. Not me. I can't blame it on a thing,
Yeah,
can I? Where are you from, Lori?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Whoa, wait, what? You're Swedish?
Yeah, I was surprised that
Yeah.
you're Swedish as
WTF.
well.
Why don't you have blonde hair?
Because not all Swedes do,
Yes, they do.
obviously.
That's wrong.
Nope, you're wrong.
Nope, they all have blonde hair, girl.
Don't you guys love these stereotypes you're projecting?
Yeah, see, she doesn't.
It's so
I don't
true,
know.
though.
I don't remember your name. Elin. She doesn't have blonde hair either. She's also a Swede.
Why are there so many Swedes in the U.S. is the question.
Dirty
In
blonde.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
I don't know. I don't know. We want the weather, I think. Because it's cold as fuck in Sweden.
Okay, we're ready for Curtis. Let's go. We're good.
Alright, so here's my thumbnails for my banner ad. I just kind of tried to switch around what I had with the magazine because I only had a couple different elements to use. So here's the roughs that I came up with. Kind of wanted to try and use the shoe, but it was kind of hard with what I had on there. And then I came up with these as the finals. Tried to add a little bit of like noise behind the letters and stuff like that so you could see it a little bit better. Here's Pagos. And the outdoor ads. Kind of wanted to try and switch it out for my magazine because it's kind of the same type of layout. I think I did a pretty good job on switching it up. There's the roughs for the bus. And then there's the roughs for the billboard. These are actually the finals. Just didn't change that. And there's the mock-ups. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Did I do this right with the die line and stuff like that? Like I put
Looks like it.
on there.
Looks like you did it perfectly, which is going to be a really good example. So Curtis and I talked about Michael Jordan sticking above his billboard and how you create the artwork for that. So you make a page that's as big as Curtis created. So the white area is part of Curtis's page. And then he's going to have something showing the cutout shape of the billboard. So the rectangle part and the body part. So your answer is yes.
Do you have the mock-ups of the billboard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks super cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So comments for Curtis?
I think the good adaptation of the text for the transit ad.
Yeah.
It's an interesting reading it there.
I was wondering if it would be readable. I kind of think it definitely turned out. So you could read
Maybe a little bit more space between the M and the on.
it. Yeah, I
But
agree. It's kind of the same as the rest of them.
yeah, even if it's not the most legible, it's visually appealing.
Did you get rid of the shoe on that ad?
I didn't have it in all of them, so I just I didn't use it in the bigger ones. I probably could have put it under the Dream On and the billboard.
Can I go back and see your roughs for your transit, please?
This one or the other one?
The other one. Yeah, hang on. So, do you guys have a preference between the top one and the bottom one?
I think I like the top one.
I really didn't know which one I wanted to do. I like the way the Jordan logo kind of went under his arm on the top one.
Bottom one.
Okay, personal preference here, right? Like I want the word on to be on the left of the ball.
Yeah.
And I want him more off the page like the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
but I want the Jordan logo in the bottom left corner. Is what I want.
Mix of both.
What's that?
A mix of
of
both.
both. Yeah, exactly. So because I like that nothing is taller than Dreaming and the ball, the logo up at the top looks stuck there to me. So I like where the logo is positioned in the bottom left. But I want him off the page and feeling larger. So I move the word on to the left side, I think. But is anybody got thoughts, preferences?
I think maybe if you do on vertical as well, maybe that will look. I think that will look better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you have the whole tagline, you know. Or and the same if you want to do it on the top one, have on right next to Dream. So just make it one line instead of two. That could help, and that would give you some more space.
But let's go down to your billboard now, please. So what Curtis did is he created something that's what you're going to likely do for your brochure, which is create die lines, which is, was it hard?
Not really. I was kind of hoping I did it right, so I just kind of went from up here.
Well, it looks pretty good.
So
Looks pretty good. And down to the final limit. That's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Right? Fun, right? Big difference. Big wow. Definitely bigger than life kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Great job. Which one's going next? Emily, Ryan, which one? Emily, come on up here so you're ready to roll. We're going to run out of time. I don't want us to.
This is just part of my brief. I just added it onto it.
We haven't seen your brief.
Really?
Really?
Should I like go through? Well, we're running out of time.
Real fast.
All right.
Fast.
So there's first page.
What's your product?
The North Face. It's just the brand, and their products. There's that. And those are the sources.
What is that?
What's that? It's just cited sources and like just
Okay.
a filler kind of. Those are some sketches. This is one of the ads.
Wait. One of the ads.
Oh, this is I think one of the magazine ads from a while ago. And then
Not yours.
here's another.
Was that your ad?
No, I made that one.
You made that one.
Yeah.
So where's the call to action and the body copy and the?
Oh, like the. What do you mean the body
If it's
copy?
a magazine, the text about the product.
Oh yeah. It's not really anything right there. I think I did it on the. Wait a minute. I might have put these in the wrong spot. Well, there I did like the NorthFace.com and stuff like that, but I didn't do it on those. I guess. Which I should have done, but
You're moving too fast for my eyes.
sorry.
I can't. Okay, so is that a magazine ad?
Yeah, that was intended to be.
Okay, so the magazine ad needed to have the website, right, as a call to action.
Okay.
A headline, which I assume is "Find Yourself."
Yeah.
Okay. And body copy talking about the product. And what am I missing? That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So, for your magazine ad, is that one of your final magazine ads?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'd love to see for the final magazine ad is a continuous image.
That like spans the whole thing.
So Find Yourself is part of the roof line or the, the
Yeah.
headline or signage for North Face. Something to think about, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And probably making the North Face logo more saturated. I assume you found the photo?
Yeah, I found this photo, and that was like the store's. That was the store's logo.
Their
I
sign.
didn't put that there. Like, yeah, you can see like the shadow right there.
Right.
But and it was faded, and I did bump it up too. Like I made a square in Photoshop over it, and selected it and tried to like bump it up, and that's like the best I could do
Oh.
without making it look too weird. So
Right.
but like, and it was kind of hard to find storefronts, so this was like the best one I thought. And I just put this guy in front of it, like,
You photoshopped him in front of it?
yeah,
Nice.
I
yeah.
don't think too many stores have rocks right in front of their.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
solid.
I don't usually walk through the street like this, but yeah, that was like find
Well,
yourself.
Did you guys see the movie Wild? Was it Wild? Is that the movie? What's it called?
Into the Wild.
In what?
What? Where she's
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah, watch.
Wild. Okay. Yeah. So it did look like that. She walked into a town and it did look like that. Remember that? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Gotcha. So this is the other one. Like this is for the app actually, and I already forgot to put in like the www.com or the northface.com,
So is
and then
this
like
the magazine ad?
yeah, it's a magazine ad for the app. Like seeing North Face through like nature, because like nature is the North Face. Like I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like you're taking a picture of this, and like all you can see is like it's the same as the North Face because that's where you like I don't know. It's just so associated with nature. So so that's that one, and then here's that one in a magazine, and then some of my work got mixed up too. So like I was gonna have this one, and I wasn't able to find this image again. Like just I had like limited time, so I was gonna instead of that one, I was gonna use that the one where it says stretch limit right here, but I wasn't able to. So, but I like this one more.
I can't read limit.
It's yeah, it looks like some. It's kind of blurred right here too, because this part of the photograph is blurred, just naturally and same right there. But so it's kind of yeah. I probably should have used a different color, but definitely doesn't look better up there.
So also make your L uppercase as well.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to do that.
Yeah, when you do a headline.
Yeah, that was a mistake. And then here's the some banner ads. These look more professional because I added that in there. And these are all just promoting the app.
Didn't we have to choose an actual product though?
Oh.
Right. The product's the app.
How did you do your type of the and stop exploring?
How's that? That's actually part of this image, I think.
So you found the image that said "Never Stop Exploring" with the headline on it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you expanded and stretched the image, it distorted the type above there.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it worked like decently, so I don't know.
Like skywriting.
Yeah.
The rule is generally do not distort images.
Okay. Yeah. It was hard.
Okay, and then what's this 3-part thing here? What is
This
that?
is just like to fill up the space there, so I couldn't find an image that was that size.
And that's your transit ad or a banner ad?
That's a banner ad.
Okay. So did you view the banner ad on your phone?
Did I view it on the? Oh, I might have put it on the phone.
No. Did
What do
you
you mean?
look at it on your own phone?
What do you mean? Did I look at that banner?
Did you email a PDF to yourself and look at your banner ad?
Oh no, I haven't. I haven't. No. This would be the one that
Right.
is.
Because my guess is on your phone, you wouldn't be able to see the little teeny app.
That? Or,
Yes, right,
yeah.
or the North Face type.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going down.
And this is the transit ad.
Right. And that's a different font than the previous Stretch Your Limits?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Because the other one was
Oops.
upper lowercase
Whoa.
letters.
Yeah, it was a different font.
Okay. So it's back to being consistent with your font.
Yeah.
The font you use for your headlines, for example, the font you use for Stretch Your Limits should be the same fonts as Never Stop Exploring.
Mhm.
Because you captured the image that said Never Stop Exploring, you used the font that existed in the image. But part of the reason you do the design brief and explore the fonts is to pick a font that you use for headlines and then a font for body copy. So like when you move on to your brochure, you're going to have to decide which one you're going to use and focus on so you have continuity.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Gotcha. And then that's another one. It's the other billboard one.
That's clever. Now, did you find that graphic of the billboard?
Yeah, well, I found this graphic, this billboard, and then I put it in Photoshop and kind of wanted to make it like a, like kind of an concave to it, kind of a bow to it. So I just kind of added more space up there. I forget how I did it though. And then I just cut this logo out of a bigger picture and just dropped the opacity and put it on it, so it looks like Halftone.
Clever. And then again, font consistency.
Yeah, I'm really not that
Upper and
consistent
lowercase.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. So comments for Ryan. Where's his strength? So we really haven't seen Ryan's work yet. So he's got the guy standing in front of the store, the guy running to stretch your limits, or the never stop exploring mountain stuff. You guys got some thoughts for him?
I like the one where it's like he's running, because they're really capturing images. Like,
that one, yeah.
But I mean, I guess I'm biased because I always like things where it shows the whole image.
So you like which one?
This one right here.
This one.
But I mean,
So you like
go down.
So you like layouts where you have a whole photograph taking up the page, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you kind of want to just keep on. Okay. I'd say this one. I think that's what he goes for. Like that's usually what his kind of style is. Like a lot of picture.
Other thoughts?
I like the billboard. I like that concept, never stop exploring.
I would change the font.
Yeah, for sure, to make it uppercase and make it like
More bold,
Bolder, heavier,
yeah.
and
more
put
important,
the logo more in
more
like
emphatic.
the
I
corners.
kind of like that never stop exploring that thing people started, if you can recreate that, because you
Right.
know it's so unexpected and that's what exploring is all about. And
Right.
You could get a font that looks like that online. I've seen a few.
North Face font or
No,
Never Stop
the-
Exploring? Oh, that.
The
Oh, yeah.
skyline writing.
I actually think it's kind of a wussy font, actually. So when you have Never Stop Exploring and it's a bold concept, right? Like climbing that mountain that you put the logo on. I want a heavier font to match the monumental size of the mountain, personally. What do you guys think? You can disagree with the teacher, you know. If you go back to your billboard, Ryan, I think regardless of the image you use, the idea that you developed a concept that emphasizes the North Face logo, like in this, was very clever. And maybe worth finding multiple images where you could pull it off again and again and again. Like North Face is at this location, North Face is at that location.
Like some guy climbing a mountain and his hood kind of like makes this formation or something. Like going up the side of the mountain. I could see that.
Something.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this is actually what this is supposed to represent.
Yes.
Literally. So, I mean,
Yes.
then the hood wouldn't really work because it'd be like I thought it was Halftone.
Yeah, but we got it. Anyway, so you've got a good start for gathering concepts. You just got to start to hone in on them.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And just stay consistent with them. So that's good. Emily, you got anything for us?
should I do it on Tuesday or already? Like,
Do you guys have energy for Emily, or do you want to do it on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday? Okay, Emily, you start the class.
Okay.
Okay, don't let me forget.
All right.
All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you on Tuesday.
So, Vicky,
Yes, ma'am.
should I do the magazines that have